Amid the cold winds of the North Atlantic, a tiny bird with a bright red beak carries a dozen fish neatly lined up. Its face is comical like a clown, yet its eyes seem thoughtful. Its black and white plumage is exquisite, every detail sculpted to perfection. This is the Atlantic puffin, the clown of the sea, a master of both flight and swimming, crossing oceans to live and reproduce. What makes the Atlantic puffin truly unique is its seasonally changing beak. During the breeding season, the beak glows a fiery red-orange. In winter, it quietly turns pale gray. But it's not just beautiful, this beak is also a remarkable tool, allowing them to carry dozens of small fish neatly lined up without dropping a single one. On a typical day, they hunt fish in shallow waters, where schools of herring and sand eels are densely packed, but don't be fooled by their chubby appearance. When needed, the Atlantic puffin can dive as deep as 60 meters, swim underwater like a penguin, then flap its wings 400 times a minute to soar in the sky like a swift. Flying, swimming, hunting, truly a masterful artist of the sea. Before the breeding season begins, the cliffs come alive like a grand ballroom. Thousands of Atlantic puffins gather, waddling humorously like tiny knights. Amid the crowd, familiar pairs from previous seasons recognize each other, while new couples begin their courtship dance. Have you ever wondered why, among thousands of Atlantic puffins, they still find each other? It's because they have three special tools for recognition. First, landmarks. Puffins are incredibly loyal to their breeding grounds. Every year, they return to the exact cliff, the same path, the very spot where they once built a nest together, like a map etched deep in their memory. Second, unique sounds. Each puffin has its own growl, a deep, rumbling tone, or a drawn-out call, like a personal voice. When they fly over the open sea, this call echoes like a secret code, and their mate instantly recognizes it. Third, the courtship ritual. This is the most beautiful and unusual part. Two birds approach each other, tilt their heads, gently tap their beaks together, sometimes fast, sometimes slow, the clicking sound like tapping on wood. Not just a greeting, but a promise of commitment. The male shows off his bright red beak and glossy plumage. The female bows her head, spreading her wings in response. This billing dance is a private code. The rhythm of taps, the tilt of the head, unique to each pair, like a familiar handshake. Thanks to these three factors, familiar landmarks, unique calls, and the beak-tapping dance, even among thousands of birds on the vast white cliffs, two puffins still find each other. After the beak-tapping dances, the paired puffins begin the task of building a nest. They don't lay eggs out in the open like gulls. Instead, each pair digs a tunnel nearly a meter long in soft soil, or returns to their old nest from the previous season. The male usually takes the lead, using his beak and feet to dig, while the female helps carry dry grass and feathers to line the nest inside, a home that can be reused for multiple breeding seasons. Each year, they lay only a single egg. After the female lays it, both parents take turns incubating for about 6 weeks, keeping the egg from getting too hot or too cold amid the harsh sea winds. When the egg hatches, the chick, called a puffling, stays in the burrow, fed by both parents in turns. At night, the parents dive deep to catch herring, sand eels, and other small fish, lining each one neatly in their bright red-orange beak like a tiny tray, and fly back to the nest without dropping a single fish. About 6 to 8 weeks later, the puffling is strong enough to swim and feed on its own. One night, it leaves the burrow for the first time, heading toward the sea in the darkness, the beginning of its independent journey across the vast ocean. Far out at sea, the adult puffins return to the vast ocean life. Throughout the winter, they disappear from the coast, wandering thousands of kilometers across the cold waters, hunting fish, diving deep, and braving the waves alone. Their small but powerful wings serve both as paddles underwater and as wings in the air, allowing them to fly like arrows skimming the waves. Come spring, they return to the exact cliff, the very patch of land where they once dug a nest, like an invisible compass guiding them. Their characteristic hoarse calls echo throughout the colony, beaks tap together, heads bob rhythmically, reaffirming old bonds or finding a new mate. And so, the circle of ocean and land continues. Pairing up, building a nest, raising chicks, heading out to sea, and then returning again. Thank you for joining us and watching this video. See you next time for more amazing stories from the natural world.